everybody, what's going on? This is Jamie Dawn, your professional psychic advisor, success coach, evolutionary, revolutionary. And today the video is coming to you on May 18th, 2018. I thought I would bring to you a little bit of energetic information, maybe a little bit of astrological jargon to go along with it. But I really want to keep these videos as practical as possible for you as well, because it's great for me to tell you that Mars is now in Aquarius, and unless you're an astrologer, it probably doesn't mean a whole lot for you. So let me break this down. We've had so much activity over the last week. We know that Uranus is now in Taurus, Mercury's in Taurus, Venus has moved into Cancer, Mars now in Aquarius. There is a lot of changes and shifting that seems to be happening for all of us on a personal, individual level, as well as collectively. And we're really looking at our self-worth and our values right now. I've noticed when I talk to clients and friends and family members is that whatever externally is showing up for us, we're asking ourselves, is this a reflection of me? Is this really in alignment with my values as well? And there's some frustrations when it comes to the amount of effort and work that is going into this trying to be conscious, that going into being kinder and more compassionate. And I'm going to say it this way: being kind and compassionate shouldn't feel like work. It's really a natural expression of who we are at our truest nature. And putting ourselves in somebody else's shoes, giving somebody the benefit of the doubt, offering grace in the middle of grief is something that comes very naturally for us when we can really tap into our own intuition, our own stillness, and our own reservoirs of love that we have within us. So a couple of themes. One of them that I've talked about for months now is being really comfortable with being uncomfortable. How many of you can raise your hand with me and say, yeah, I've been really uncomfortable and I'm starting to get used to it. It's like we make plans, God laughs, right? The other theme is it is called a practice, this thing of life. We're practicing every single day. An opportunity will pop into our awareness and ask us to show up. It'll ask us to wake up. It'll ask us to choose. How do we want to respond? And it's called a practice, not perfection. So that's my other theme that I want to remind us of. Please let yourself off the hook. Let other people off the hook. The perfection is that we are exactly where we're supposed to be in this moment, and that what is showing up for us is there so that we can meet it, so that we can make a choice. One of my teachers and friends has constantly reminded me, and those who we know, that enlightenment isn't about suddenly sitting on a mountaintop kumbaya-ing and never making a mistake and always feeling blissful. It has to do with choice. It has to do with how do we show up for ourselves and for each other. And the thing I love so much about where the energies are going to be taking us in the next several months and years is that we are looking at how do we collectively support each other? How do we collectively meet each other's needs? How do we reshape the value system, the monetary system, the physical Maslow's hierarchy of needs? How do we reinvent that in a way that actually supports the community, that helps us to feel safe, to help us feel secure? These summer months carry communication and nurturing and patriotism and home and family and a place of creativity. We have these signs. We're moving out of Taurus slowly into Gemini, then Cancer and Leo, and then Virgo. And when we're using all of these symbologies and archetypes throughout the next few months, notice what kind of words are you saying to yourself? Right? With Gemini, it's about communication and connection. Who are you connecting with? Are they in alignment with your value? Are you spreading yourself too thin? Expecting to connect to everybody and everything, and then you actually lose the connection with yourself. Are you nurturing, taking responsibility for the things that you have started? Are you nurturing and caring for yourself? Are you willing to stand on a stage and be your most authentic being? Be your most authentic you, because only you can do it. And I'm going to keep coming back to this Uranus and Taurus theme for the next 7 years. I realize Uranus is moving back into Aries in November for just a little bit, and then it moves permanently into Taurus in March of next year. But here's the thing. The biggest theme, and I'm going to remind us all of this, because you have breath, you matter. We came here for a purpose. Our consciousness chose to come and embody this physical body. Uranus and Taurus says, how can I love myself more? Doing it differently, rebelling against the status quo, rebelling against anybody who tries to fit us into this little box and say, this is who you're supposed to be. Jupiter in Scorpio says, no, the most authentic self has to be here. And if it's not, I'm going to reveal to you, it's going to come up and out who you really are. Who am I? We're going to have plenty of opportunities to share this with each other. So I'm going to offer this to you as well. I posted in my social media about Neptune in Pisces trining Jupiter in Scorpio right now. It's a beautiful, harmonic, easy, natural kind of energy for tapping into our dreams, tapping into that most authentic thing that we desire to become and manifest it out into the world. Be careful, of course, of deception. Be careful that when we're faced with that shadow side of if it's too good to be true, it probably is, vet it out. Come back to my values. We're in a very rich and fertile opportunity for these next several years to be lovingly detached. That Mars in Aquarius energy, even though it's going to retrograde back into Capricorn later, and it's going to go into that shadow period very shortly, but it gives us an opportunity to be lovingly detached. That doesn't mean we don't care. It just means that we can forge ahead with these passions, with these desires, with the things we would like to embody in a way that doesn't take it personally if it doesn't show up quite the way we thought, or that somebody rejects it or criticizes it or whatnot. It also allows us to be deeply compassionate because we're not taking it on as if it's for us to solve or resolve. We have to be careful that when a problem comes up, that we think we know what's best for that person. Instead of just witnessing them, to say, I see you. How can I support you? I can't tell you how grateful I am for every single person who has witnessed me as I went through that transition with my dog last week. You guys continue to show up. You continue to see me. I don't need you to take my grief from me. I want you to share in it, and you're doing it beautifully. Thank you. So I'll leave you with that. There'll be other videos that'll pop in here and there. This next week, I'll do a weekly video for the upcoming week. I just wanted to take a moment and give you a little pin on the map, a little update. I feel you, I see you, you're doing great work. And remember, you matter. All right, you guys, have a great week. Come see me, jamiedawn.com, when2listen.com, and I look forward to connecting with you. Take care.